beautiful people, this is your girl Blue Nola. I'm back in the building with another video. I hope all is doing well. The green is going to be our theme today, right? Positive, beautiful green colors, beautiful green cards. We have some beautiful stones here that are green. Even in the backdrop, you may not see it as much around the candle. We have some green, like a beautiful green crystal bead, along with a tree of life bead that's, surrounding the actual candle. We have some oils in there for positive energy. We're going to get started with this reading, but I would like to just say thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for, booking with me. Of course, all of my people that continue to book. I'm not on YouTube every single day, but I still have my clients that book and they are very faithful. So I'd like to just say thank you so much for booking. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care this particular video. We're going to do an update on Cardi B and Offset. Mess, just a complete mess, literally, right? We did a reading on them not that long ago, and I feel like it was headed in that direction. And they had the baby, and things have just seemed to be on the brink of destruction, I guess you would say, since that time. Now, let me say this. When you're done, you're done. When you're done, you're not on the internet. When you're done, you don't have nothing to say. When you're done, you just go sign your paperwork. When you're done, you're just done, right? So are these two people truly done? And did Cardi really have sex with somebody while pregnant? I don't have no dog in that fight. I know other people have an opinion. But did she really do that? Like, I was like, wow. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with this particular session. Again, this is on Offset and Cardi B. We already know that Offset cannot be trusted as far as you can throw him, right? He's been like this. This has been the bane of Cardi's existence in terms of his fidelity and his inability to keep his pee-pee in his pants. All right. So again, we're going to do a quick pull on it. Let's see if this is the end. Like, are we done with these people? Like, they have become the new Krishan and Blueface, right? Are we done with these people? Are they going to try to get back together? Hey, you just never know. What's up, Cardi B? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Let's get into it. Spirit, give me the energy around Cardi B and Offset. Is this like literally done? Is this relationship over for real? Are they going to find their way back to each other? Is she going to really go back through with this divorce? They've been on the brink of divorce 3 times, chill. Probably more. We just don't know about it. Right? Give me the energy around Cardi B and Offset. Is this the end of the road? Is this the end? Y'all remember that song? They do have like this one message here that shows up, like they can try, but it's very short-lived. It's very temporary. This is what is shown in the messages. I do feel like they're going to try to co-parent as best they can. They have a co-parenting message here as well. Some co-parenting going on, but they still have love for each other, guys. They still do. I can only imagine that you still love a person, but and you're trying to move on, and you feel so hurt. Because I'm gonna be honest, even when I was watching her on the live stream, and I didn't watch every single thing, but I did watch a few snippets of it. You can see she's genuinely hurt, even though she's talking that cash money shit, like we say in New Orleans. You can see she's genuinely hurt. There is a small window here. There is a hope for some reconciliation. I can see where they'll be trying to really co-parent through it all. But ultimately, the relationship ends up in a division. The relationship ends up, and I know it's kind of hard to see these cards because they are metallic, but they do end up in division. They do end up having to go through, and I don't think the divorce situation is going to be easy either. Again, there's a window of opportunity, but ultimately, the rest of these cards are just literally saying this relationship has run its course, and ultimately it will, end in divorce. You see this 8 of chalices, and then you actually see this 5 of pentacles. It's 5 of swords. It's almost like saying enough. That song, enough is enough, that she's saying, it's just enough. Like, I just want to be, at the end of the day, it's almost like this. She wants to just be happy. She's tired of like the fighting, when you see that the fighting, the struggle, it shouldn't be that hard to love somebody, guys. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people think that's the easy route, but I just, for me, when I look back, I look back at relationships that I've had and the relationships that I have now, it just shouldn't be that complicated. It should be, if you want to be there, you be there, you work it out. The goal is to work towards, together towards a relationship that is healthy. It shouldn't be that hard to be in a relationship, right? It's always something with this situation, always something going on. I mean, he cannot be trusted. Like, he literally cannot be trusted. All the stuff that he's done to her, and then a nerve for him to get in a chat to say she slept with somebody while she was pregnant. But this man, he's immature. He has the inability at this point in his life to really stay true and committed, right? Even when he does making a turnaround, is very, very short-lived in his messages, extremely short-lived. He has, and even here, this talks about a person who, that's a hypocrite energy. Again, you're talking about she sleeping with somebody else, but you sleeping with other people. You doing other things you don't have no business doing. Remember we read on that girl something about a pregnancy? There was some truth to that stuff, right? But again, I see where they still have love for each other. They still have a connection with each other. I still feel like the opportunity to try to work it out is there, but it's very small. Ultimately, this relationship ends in divorce. People, unfortunately, if both people are not on the same page, willing to change, at some point, you just got to be able to let the relationship go. You've made enough sacrifices, right? You've made enough sacrifices. This is a stalling aspect. This is a message of stalling. This is a message of indecision. This is a message, but ultimately, the relationship ends in divorce, right? Ultimately, with this Hierophant energy, they just, you choose yourself, right? Cardi is choosing herself in this situation. As much as she loves Offset, I'm sorry, like, this man has done too much publicly, too much. This is why she was in that whole situation with those girls, that situation with some of that mess with Tasha K, other situations off and on with different, even that whole thing with Krishan Rock. At some point you gotta let this go. Why did she decide to have another baby with this man, knowing that he is not right? The truth is not in him. Like, what is going on, girl? I would have been on the birth control with my legs closed. Goodbye. What is happening here? Why is she continuously, having sex with this man, knowing that he is just not right? Like, it's just crazy to me. Hold on, let me turn these cards around. I have a bad habit of flipping these cards. I hate my neighbor so badly. Ooh, just always running up and down the street every day. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in there. A lot of times people feel like they have hope. When you see this message here, this is like a message around hope. Also, there's a message around getting caught up. A lot of times when we be about to break up with somebody, that's when the bada bing, bada boom happens, right? You end up pregnant for somebody, right? You have some hope that the relationship will work itself out, And then when you're trying to walk away and you're still indecisive about it, bada bing, bada boom. You sit here. I feel like she still thought there was still some hope here. She's got the message of hope. She's got that Ten of Cups, which is her family. She's got that Death card, which is a transformation. I definitely feel like he was saying some, he was in our ear with some good stuff now, King of Cups is there. I love you. I want to be with you. I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. Even though the relationship was broken, right? Through all of this, they've still been up and down in pieces, right? Also with that Seven of Pentacles as well. Got distracted from what her purpose was, what she was trying to do. Got caught up. Again, a lot of times you notice when you're about to break up with somebody, stuff like that happens, right? You get pregnant. But I feel like ultimately still have love for each other. Right? Ultimately made that decision, transition. And that's her baby. She has a right to have that baby. Look at Star card, that's her baby. And that's also talks about her. I don't feel she had the baby to hold him, though. That doesn't look like it. It looks like she got caught up. All right? Is Offset just a cheating, dirty rat? Like, give me the interest. Is he still doing stuff? Breaking Cardi B's heart. Right? Unpredictable. This is another thing. Unpredictable as it relates to their relationship. Now, she's made it very clear he's good with the kids. But breaking her heart and just unpredictable, that King of Swords, he's just too unpredictable. I wouldn't deal with it either. And then too selfish, right? Dealing with somebody who is unpredictable, who's selfish, who's narcissistic, it can lead to a lot of stress, even if she's not heartbroken. Because sometimes people get over that. I'm heartbroken all the time. I'm heartbroken. I would say hurt is more of the word. Hurt, right? They continuing to, but I can see he's up to no good. 7 of Cups. This is why you can't even say, oh, it's, you can't even look at somebody's relationship and say, this is a great couple. This is you can't even look at that. 9 of Wands in his messages. He's not happy with himself. A lot of times when people are not happy with themselves, they're not self-assured in themselves. They want to be worldly. This is what happens, right? He is valuing what's on the streets more than he's valuing what's at home. Give me the energy around Offset again. Does he still want to work things out with Cardi B? He says, I don't want you. This is what he said on the messages. Does he still want to work things out with her? He's full of crap. He does. I feel like he goes back and forth. Like somebody will be like, I don't want to lose her completely. But then he doesn't do enough to hold the relationship together. This is what it shows in his messages. Will he regret his behavior down the road? He has the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles. The World card is not until he gets a little bit older and gets a little bit more stable in who he is that he'll have some regret around it. This is what it talks about. Don't be surprised if you see him in another relationship once they really truly break up. Is here. And he has a message around a new beginning. Don't be surprised if you see him get somebody else pregnant too. Is here. Ultimately, I do see where he could regret it, but it's going to take him some time. It's going to take him some time to really think about what he's doing, how he's doing it, and really put it in perspective. Right now, he's too selfish. Right now he's too selfish. But eventually he will look back and he'll see the loss in this relationship. Unfortunate, right? Unfortunate. I know Jason Lee had mentioned that he has a drug problem. I'm not going to get into all of that. But you got a drug problem. You got emotional problems. You got a cheating problem. You got an immaturity problem. It's a recipe for disaster. I read a long time ago that Cardi was going to end up being in another relationship and she's going to have a child. I'm going to stand on that. That reading will stand, right? I never took it down, even though her and Offset worked it out, got back together, worked it out, got back together, worked it out, got back together. That reading will stand. Ultimately, Spirit, give me the energy around, like, the children, the party, and all that. And she has in her messages, her children are her first priority, obviously, right? That's it. My focus is my kids, making sure they're healthy and happy, and they are, right? I know it's going to be a balancing act with the situation, right? A lot up and down. This person is not right for me, one more, this is really like saying, if you really look at this is almost like saying, it's like she just want to be happy. And ultimately, going back to Offset, you're going to run into the same issues. I would say this, I'm all for family. I'm all for marriage. I advocate, I'm a big believer in that. But it's like when somebody keep embarrassing you and keep showing you who they are, you got to believe them, right? Offset too, he's still got a lot of play in his energy. He got immaturity in his energy. He's got messages around, like, once he and Cardi really break up, he's going to be in a whole nother relationship with a whole nother baby. Right? That's what it shows in his energy. He's the King of Chalices here. Right? A whole nother relationship with a whole nother baby. And, will he ever really sit down and truly change? 10 of Swords here. That's hard, again, that's kind of tough. 3 years down the road, still having some issues. And then I see him settling down. He'll be much older. What is he, in his 30s now? His late 20s, early 30s. He'll be probably in his 40s by the time he truly gets it. All right, so this is the end of the road for us, child. We are over it. Let me say this, though. If you're in a situation similar to Cardi B, just know that person like Offset is not changing. No time soon, anytime soon. Put yourself first. Don't keep on giving a person a bunch of chances. They don't appreciate it. They don't respect it. Look at him. He just disrespecting his wife. Oh, he doesn't want a real divorce. But at the end of the day, you know, he's not doing enough to make it work. Make it work totally. Two of Pentacles in reverse here. You know, mixed messages. You know, gaslighting. You know, Eight of Pentacles here. I want to be back with you, but then he's falling back into traps. World card in reverse. A lot of times we see World card in reverse, you're going to stay disappointed. Stay disappointed by the relationship. Knave of Swords, all talk, no action. All right, so anyway, y'all, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Take care, stay blessed, encouraged, and empowered. This is on Cardi B and Offset. Take care. Bye-bye.